Alright YouTube, this is just a quick video on I guess my spiritual religious journey, pretty much documenting my entire childhood. So my early toddler years, my parents didn't want to ever take me to church because they wanted me to make my own decisions of what I wanted to believe and so on and so forth. So they thought putting me in that type of environment would, well, obviously make me lean more towards a Christian outlook. And since my town is primarily Catholic or Lutheran, and there's a crazy Baptist church, you know, Fairhaven Baptist Church, that's probably no more than a 10-minute drive away from where I live. But my early toddler years, I think, my step-grandma was Catholic, and she would often take me to Catholic Mass, and obviously a 4-year-old isn't going to be able to sit through that. And she stopped because she kind of figured that was futile to try to get me to turn to Jesus. And basically, I looked at like God as kind of a Santa Claus. You weren't supposed to act out of line and stuff, so I'd get mad when my Lego Bionicle would disassemble. I'd shout obscenities, shout shit, and then I would cry and ask God, please don't send me to hell because I cursed. After the summer of being 7, so 2nd grade to about mid-6th grade, I didn't even think about God. Didn't think about religion in general. You know, usually kids at this time at least kind of like not like believe in God, but they turn to God when they're in need. I never even thought about them until one day. By the way, long hair, because this is going to be a detail soon. I've had long hair since I was about 11, and in 6th grade, one day in 6th grade, they were picking on me again. I was the weird kid with the long hair, and I was antisocial, which probably made me a bigger target. So they said only Jesus was allowed to have long hair, and you would be banned to hell, which is odd because I was in a public school system. And then I thought about it real quick, and I thought about all Christianity and the Bible and what was in the Bible, and I decided I don't believe in God. At that very moment, I said I don't believe in God. The kids shit themselves because one of the fathers of those kids was a pastor or something. Who gives a damn? But from then on, I mean, I didn't really think about religion that second half after that. But then 7th grade, something happened, and I just got increasingly bitter, and I just became like a hardline atheist and hated everything religion. Either if it was like Levian Satanism, Catholicism, Islam, Judaism, hated it all. Thought it was all poison. Like the one movie 7 Years in Tibet, when the Chinese army takes down the Tibetan rebels, and the one Chinese soldier turns to the Tibetan rebel and he says, religion is poison. That's pretty much what I based that on for middle school and part of high school. And then midway through my freshman year, I got into some legal issues and was expelled from school. I'm not going to get into any more detail about that because that's kind of on a need-to-know basis, in my opinion. Wouldn't be comfortable telling the world what I did. But what happened was, yeah, I got expelled. And I got into all that alien conspiracy shit. Oh, man. Like, I believe in aliens and stuff, but just to the max, like, tinfoil hat wear. I think I was getting bored mentally. I started hallucinating that aliens would run by my head. Like little 2-foot gray aliens. Which later turned out, I think, was like a piece of my hair was out and I would turn really quick. And I'd see a like gray flash, and I think that's like a light diffraction. And I think my mind manipulated it into thinking it was some gray alien. And, yeah. Then for a moment, I was looking into Islam. Decided I didn't like what they said about the Jews in the Quran. No offense to Islam. And, the Quran, what was I going at? Oh. Then, the summer of my freshman year, I became a Satanist. Not LaVeyan. You're not gonna believe this. For the summer of my freshman year, I believed in the Joy of Satan cult. That type of Satanism. Then my my die-hard alien phase kind of died down. I'm still interested in that cryptozoology and stuff like that. But I was hellbent on alien disclosure, all that stuff, and yeah, so that happened, and then I just became like bare definition Satanist. Saw Satan as a symbol of free thinking, doing stuff yourself, etc., etc. I adopted that my sophomore year. Did away with that. And in my junior year, I felt like I was on a quest to find some sort of doctrine I could agree with and could be used with. And I also believed in doing spells and stuff, because I did 2 my sophomore year. I did 1 last year. All 3 of them worked. Basically, the one last year, just in my opinion, why magic worked. Me and my friends used to be friends with someone. This someone started being an asshole to my other friend, so we stopped being friends with them, but he wouldn't leave us alone, he wouldn't leave them alone. So finally, I got into like runes, like Germanic runes around this time. Took a dried ragweed stalk, because it gives the hay fever, and I thought, personally, to me, it symbolizes being ill, wishing ill will upon someone. Burnt it in my fire. Well, I wrote Sharpie, "Damn our ties with you," or something with that. "Let them be free, let you suffer," on one of the sides of the hollowed out stalk. Burnt it. 48 hours later, I get a text from this guy wanting to know what was up. He said his life is shit right now because his ex-girlfriend's threatening to sue him for harassment. I think that somewhat worked. I'll get into the others in another video, but I don't want to get too off topic. So I started looking up Azatru and just ancient Germanic stuff and Celtic, and I decided to become a pagan, and I've been happy with the decision ever since. And I don't know, I just always kind of been that way anyway. I was the kid who always thought like the Bible was a compilation of extreme metaphors to make people understand what the Bible believes is morally correct and morally incorrect. I've always been like the gardener and stuff, and I always felt more in touch with the earth than my peers. And then found out herbalism and wart cutting, and a match was made. So that's my religious / spiritual journey of my life. This was a fun video to make, especially today. Well, it's 12:32, so yesterday being my 18th birthday, so I can now buy a pack of smokes and star in a porno if I want. If I was into that. Peace out, YouTube. Have a good one. Stay safe. Why am I saying stay safe? Well, I'm not going to school tomorrow because I just got in a car wreck the day before my birthday. Someone rear-ended us going 55 miles per hour, and my lower back's not feeling so well. So, yeah, stay safe on the road too. Peace out.